welcome back to my channel. It's Rat Lady, in case you forgot. I'm still here. For this next video, I thought that we could talk about some art supplies because I don't know about you, but I like to buy all the things, and especially when it comes to ink, I've really been trying to get more into that. So when Etchr, if you are aware of the brand, came out with a new set of ink pens, I was like, yes, awesome. I've pretty much tried every single brand there is out there. I'm sure there's a few exceptions, but just straight off the bat, I've tried the Sakura brand and Faber-Castell. There was some Manga Zig one that I tried. It was a little, just randomly found it in a bookstore type of thing. And of course Copic, which is my favorite. If you've ever read anything I wrote about what my favorite supplies are, you'll know that I pretty much exclusively use the Copic because they have, first of all, the smaller size, and I think their ink is like a little darker, so I like it better. But I'm really excited to try these, so I'm gonna show you real quick what I'm talking about. So this is what they look like. It's 16 of them, so the box is really nice, and it actually opens up like so, which is cool, but is that really useful? I don't know. I'm probably just gonna take out the pens that I want and put them where I usually put all my pens and then be done with it. So, nice box, but ooh, doesn't want to go back in. Okay, but yeah, nice box for sure. Really sturdy quality. It was packaged really nicely when I got it, but I don't know if it's too useful. You tell me how you store your pens. I just have them in little cups on my desk or just straight up on the desk. So for me, the box doesn't really matter that much. I'll probably keep it because it's nice, so I feel bad throwing it out. Boy, that's about it. But yeah, they're really nice. They're a little thicker, like the pen itself is thicker than what I'm used to. So we'll see if that helps with strain on your hands. Usually I find that if the pens are thicker, I'm not like cramping my hand trying to, like, you know, eagle claw grab them. So we'll see about that. And then I'm trying out this new sketchbook that I got. Lee Ellickson uses it a lot, and she always talks about how much she loves it. And I was like, well, I've been meaning to try a new sketchbook for a while, so I'm giving this a shot. I have no idea if I'm gonna like it or not. The paper seems pretty sturdy, but it's a little textured, so it makes me a little nervous because I generally like my paper to be really smooth. So we'll see. It's the Strathmore mixed media with the soft cover, which is nice. It's soft cover. And then I wanted us to look at these bad boys that I'm super excited for. They're from Heikala, if you know her. She's a really good watercolor ink artist that I admire a lot. And she came out with these sets of inks with colors that she uses a lot. So I was like, I'll give it a shot. She was out of stock of the colors that I wanted in addition to these, so we'll have to make do. But I actually already opened the boxes, and the inks are actually a really good, like, size. You know, it's kind of a typical ink size. I was expecting these to be a lot smaller, so I'm glad for them. I don't know how to hold them because I don't want to ruin them, but the little pipette thing they use to draw ink out with is actually glass, which was really cool because I'm expecting it to clog a lot less than what I'm used to. So I'm excited for that, and I don't think they were that expensive. I think it was $22, $25 for a set of 3. So that's not really too bad. Usually you spend about 6 to 10 per ink bottle buying something like Liquitex or P.H. Martin or what have you. So I think they'll be good. So enough rambling. Let's get right to it. My plan is I'm gonna draw something specifically for this. I'm gonna ink it in the Etchr fine liners, obviously drawing it in the sketchbook, and I'm gonna use other colors too aside from the inks that I bought from Heikala because the palette is a little more limited than I like. So you'll still get to see them in action, but just be aware I'll be using other stuff. I'll probably link it below. So yeah, let's get right to it. All right, welcome back. This is the drawing demo portion of the review. And I actually went ahead and I did a little bit of the work ahead of time off camera, just because I kind of wanted a safe space to try things out, just to make sure I'm using them as I would usually use them, to get a better opinion on it. And this is a different kind of sketchbook where I tried the inks. These two here are actually not part of the set of inks that I bought. It's some older stuff. I just wanted to see how the two yellows were different, if they were different, and they certainly are. So this is the set of the browns, the bark browns from Heikala, and this here without the purple is the set of the what should you call them, berry reds. So that's just to kind of give you an idea of what they look like. The really harsh lines are just straight up ink, not watered down, whereas obviously the more lighter versions I've watered down. And then I did this little weird looking mouse thing. His paw is supposed to be under him, but I realized that it looks like he just doesn't have one. So they look kind of derpy. But yeah, I was just trying them. I think I mainly use those with a little bit of the purple and blue. These are actually Liquitex, these two swatches here. And then I did some of the pens I used on this little piece of paper that I generally use to draw on, so I could get a better understanding of whether or not I would like them on the super smooth paper that I tend to use. And they did a little better than they did on the Strathmore sketchbook. Like I said, that one's a little more textured. So anyways, I did that beforehand. That'll also help me when I'm painting, so I know what to expect for things to look like. And then here, the smaller drawing that we're gonna draw for the video. And these at the top are all the sizes of the pen. Pens, plural. These are the brush pens. They have some chiseled tip ones that I didn't really like, because no matter what I did, I found that I never got like a super smooth line. So you can see, what's this doing here? You can see how it's not all the way smooth, like there's some feathering going on. So I didn't really like that. I don't really see myself using those for anything right now, maybe in the future. But yeah, I don't know. So far I'm not super loving them, but I think it might be the texture paper. So I'm gonna try them with a different kind of paper too, just to get a super duper accurate reading on them. But yeah, so I'm gonna shut up now and ink this little drawing, and we'll paint it a little bit with some of the ink and some watercolors, and see what I think at the end of the video, and maybe we'll have a little rat surprise. So stay tuned. welcome to the outro video. I have here a little feisty Rattie. This is Oscar. He's about 2 years old, and he is your host for the night. Yes, he likes to be a shoulder rat, and he's probably gonna pee on me, so if you see this shirt change color, that's probably why. But yeah, I hope you liked the drawing. I didn't hate working with the stuff, which was surprising. I'm not the best at painting in ink, but I kind of enjoyed it. It's a little more pigmented than I like to work with, so I'm not sure if this will be like a full-time thing that I'm gonna do, but I'm kind of trying to introduce more ink in my life aside from using the fine liners for the art. What are you doing? What are you doing? So yeah, I can see myself using them. Do you see yourself using them? And they're really pigmented, so I like that a lot. So that means that one bottle of ink's gonna last me a lifetime. And as for the ink pens, actually worked out a lot better than I thought. You know, I was a little iffy at the beginning, but I think I just was using them at a weird angle or something. But once I actually, yes, I know. Once I actually got to use them a little more, I actually really enjoyed them, and I thought they were really good with the watercolor. You know, I usually use the Copics because I like them the best, and I find that I have to go over my line art for sure. So now we have to think about the fact that I didn't use a lot of watercolor in this, whereas usually I use watercolor and gouache exclusively, so those kind of tend to layer a little more matte on top of the yes, happy noises. Yes, I don't know if you can hear it, but he's really cute. Anyways, so I have to go over my lines a lot when I do the art the way I usually do it, but now with the ink, it definitely gets absorbed very differently into the paper, and the pigment acts differently. So I didn't have to really go over my lines as much. I did go over them just to kind of improve the line weight quality, but that's about it. And I don't know, I liked them. I think you should, if you don't have a set of ink pens, you should definitely give it a shot. Again, I don't think I'm going to use the chiseled ones for anything, but you never know. And I really hope that in the future they'll get to have like smaller sets, so like a brush set, pen set, chisel tip set, because I don't really want to spend like almost $60 every time I run out of the 2 sizes that I use. So I hope you can at least buy individual sizes, if nothing else, because if you could, I'd probably definitely replace my Copics with this set, because I liked it better. Whoa, where are you going? You okay? You camera shy? Me too. But yeah, and the sketchbook paper wasn't bad. It took more time to absorb the water than I'm used to, but you know, it just means I have to be a little more patient, which is a little hard for me. That's why I work in watercolor to begin with, because it dries a lot faster than other painting mediums, and I'm not very patient. So yeah, but I definitely see myself using this sketchbook a lot, because I liked it, and the colors are so really vibrant when absorbed into it. So, you know, thumbs up. The Copics that I used on it actually bled through the page, so be mindful of that. But if you plan to use it for like watercolor or ink, it seems to do fine. It'll buckle a little bit, but yeah, overall it's pretty great. I'd buy it again. I'm pretty sure that when this is done, 10 years from now, that I'm gonna get a new one if the company is still around in 10 years. So yeah. Before I let you go, I want to say thank you to my patrons for, you know, making my dreams possible. You know, and with the pandemic and everything, patrons have been there through thick and thin, and I really appreciate it. I know I don't say it enough, but I just don't want to repeat myself a bunch of times. But yeah, thank you patrons, and thank you Oscar for being part of the video. And thank you for watching, and I hope you'll be back for the next video. Ooh, and before I forget, patrons have access to this a day early, which means today is October 1st, which means tomorrow is Rev's birthday. So happy birthday to my friend Rev. Thank you for helping me set up for this video. So everybody below, you should say happy birthday to Rev because he helped make this video possible, aside from Oscar, who did all the work. He actually painted, just so you know, kind of like Ratatouille. But yeah, I'll see you in the next video, and thanks again. Love you. Bye. You think we did good? Yeah?